gathering. I don't know. Hey, listen, I think what's been spectacular over the last couple of years is folks coming together and creating their own space around their interests. I think a lot of the competitiveness of the city is basically in folks with ideas, and spaces like that cement this together. I think it's great. I think it's good, and it pays taxes. Does it pay taxes? Yes. Creates jobs, does all those things. But we're glad to have it on the landscape in New Haven. Makes a lot of sense. Good job, guys. We did something with Karen.
Yeah, with the cold shop. Part of my job in the city, I manage a couple different departments. This was an idea to support Makehaven and what they're doing and helping fix up their space. And Nicole Jefferson, who's the CEO of the Commission on Equal Opportunities, runs a construction training program, and we took the opportunity to kind of marry these two things. I'm going to turn it over to Nicole.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Well.
Good afternoon. Thank you for all coming out to this rainy day, and we really appreciate such a strong, support system of everybody that came, and the Construction Workforce Initiative through the staff, which did a phenomenal job, which is Mr. Mo Ramos, who's our project superintendent, and our foreman, Mr. Bob Glass, back there, Mr. Glass, and our staff and the folks who run everything for us, the two ladies behind Kelly. We just want to make sure that everyone understands the New Haven residents actually did all of the work here. Residents of New Haven were trained in the green training. We put new ceilings and lights, new paint. Downstairs has been completely refurbished. It has new air systems, kitchens, bathrooms, and we did all of this because we knew that the community needed a type of hub and support system that actually does great work and is going to create new inventions for the entire city. So I appreciate everyone coming out, and I appreciate my great staff and my wonderful boss.
Makehaven kind of fits into this broader district we're kind of creating in the Ninth Square with Project Storefronts, which we launched, and Vivian Agata, who's the director, runs that about 4 years ago, and the Grove actually is one of our first tenants that came out of Project Storefronts. And so we've been trying to lead this effort of building this creative, innovative space for entrepreneurs to grow, and this was another component of that. So, but there's also the business end of it too, that there's actually a need to kind of create new products and new ways of creating new businesses and industries. So I'm going to turn it over to Marta Wilmer from Agua.
My allergies. I remember I was first told about this space by the Economic Development Corporation, and a woman there said, "Hey, do you want to go to meet with this group? It's a hacker space." And of course, being in the lock business and hacker, I went absolutely out of my mind. I said, "Oh no, what are we in for?" So I showed up at one of those first meetings, really got an appreciation for everyone's enthusiasm to create and make new things. And, I've sort of been popping in and out here and there, and we're happy to help out by providing the new doors and locks, so you're super secure now. Get in and out with ease and add people, and from what I hear, no one's hacked the lock yet. So we're good. We're happy to be neighbors and be part of the makerspace here.
Over to the leader of this effort, Market Notes, who really brought this community of hackers together and built this incredible space. So I'm going to turn over to Marcus.
Jump in here because it was really not me bringing this community together, it was the community itself that brought everybody together. Probably about 2 years ago, or maybe almost 3 years ago, was when I heard the first trickles out there on internet forums that New Haven really should have a makerspace, a hackerspace like that, and popping up in cities around the country and other countries as well. And there was not much movement, but all of a sudden, when a critical mass was reached or something like that, things started to happen really fast. Through the help of the city, the EDC, places were looked at, a space was found, and all of a sudden, things just started to move. So about a year ago now, maybe a little more, we started occupying this space, and our members started bringing in equipment, bringing in donations, making contacts to people that might have workshops that are able to donate equipment to us, tools to us, and we can use all of these things in here in this space. So I guess my job mostly for tonight is basically to say thanks to everybody that has helped us to get to where we are right now. There was the city, there was the EDC, the Construction Workforce Initiative, all under the lead of Mayor Stefano, that we really have to thank for this new paint, new light, where we can actually see what we're doing in here now. There's entities like Azabloy with Marna that has spearheaded the project of getting us new doors for upstairs, downstairs, new locks that we can get in with our swipe cards and things like that now. There's our first corporate memberships that came together out of the area where we are in, the 9th Square basically, which is very conducive to what we do, just because there's so many people as well that think forward like many of our members do, that are very dynamic in their thinking, very progressive and forward thinking. So we have our first corporate memberships actually right here in the 9th Square from the Grove, Big Bang IP, independent software that worked with us to get new 3D printers in the space that you see behind you. Actually, they're working printing something right now. And finally, I have to thank all of our members, because without all of these members, this space would not be where it is today. There were so many days and nights and hours and evenings that members were in here working and building counters and cabinets and workbenches downstairs, and they still do, because we're still very much a work in progress. So like I said, thank you everybody for coming tonight, and thank you everybody for helping us with our project that is Makehaven. And we hope to be for many years an institution that will bring together businesses as well as makers and hackers and